welcome everyone to the home of the Fighting Irish, South Bend, Indiana, beneath the Golden Dome and Notre Dame Stadium. Notre Dame lining up to kick off and get this one started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So NC State's offense will go on the attack first. And you've got to believe this defense has put in extra time to try to slow down this tight end, David. But the question, can they even stop him?
It's one thing to watch it. It's another thing to stop it. And just impressed with the way they move him around. They use him. Sometimes he blocks. Sometimes he's a wide receiver. Like, sometimes he's a lineman. Sometimes he's a wide receiver. So tough to figure out where he's going to be to double team him. But I bet he's got the attention of this defense, Jesse.
He does for sure. And because of that, David, I think it's going to open up some opportunities for maybe some of the other guys out wide. If you've got two guys covering the tight end as a quarterback, you've got to be ready to throw the football somewhere else sometimes. And so you might see a little bit more balance in the passing attack today.
And listen, if I'm the quarterback, I'm trying to dump the ball off to my playmaker and make this a manageable third down. Get something positive. But how about the defense? Just reacting so fast, getting to the running back, and getting that sucker on the ground in the open field.
And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. The Wolfpack will have to bring the punt team onto the field. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Takes it on the return. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. So Notre Dame's offense will go to work for the first time today. It's not often we focus on a matchup quite like this, but David, we have a couple of premier tight ends in this game.
And we've seen it recently, right? Ty Warren last year, Brock Bowers the year before. Like, you can build an offense around an elite tight end, and both of these schools do it. The speed, the playmaking ability, the versatility. Palmer, I bet you wish you had a guy like this you could throw to.
You're right, David. I played with a lot of NFL guys at tight end, but none of them were as dynamic as these two right here. And you're going to see them get the ball in a variety of ways. We're seeing offense change in college football. One of the biggest reasons is the versatility now at the tight end position, and these are two of the best in the entire country.
And the running game has been going in the wrong direction. He'll try to get their first positive play of the drive here on third down. Worked his way out across the 35, got it up to the 37-yard line, but still a little bit short of the line to gain. It'll be fourth down. The offense changing the play. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. That'll be a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Looking for space. It's Love. Just a 1-yard gain leaves them with 3rd and 9. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. Looking for a man. It's Carr. He's going for it all. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines. Not his best work. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. NC State, after that explosive run, might go right back to the well. To the air on first down. Quickly to the tight end. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. We saw it on that play.
He'll keep it himself. It's a running room. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
And that is a big hit. And that's a hit that I'm going, listen, if I'm the OC, I'm the head coach, I don't want to take many of those. I want to run the RPOs and I want to run my quarterback. But, Palmer, I got to understand the difference between the critical situations when I want him to take hits and the other times when I want him to take a slide.
Yeah, you got to live to play another day if you're this quarterback right now. You know this defense, their eyes are lighting up every time they see you take off and run. They know they're going to get those opportunities to try to put you down. You've got to slide. You've got to try to get out of bounds. You've got to really try to save yourself because this team needs you if they're going to win the game.
Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. Looking for a man. It's Bailey. This one's complete. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. And they are fortunate to avoid the turnover as the fumble goes out of bounds.
When you start to get that offense going and start having success, you got to make sure when you get closer to the scoring range, I take care of that football. If you don't, coach is going to go, you on the sideline, you in the game.
Give to the back. He's loose. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. NC State with a fresh set of downs thanks to that running game. They're going to ride this running back. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. Last play didn't go well. It leaves him with second and 11. Wants to go up top. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And I thought it was a good job by the quarterback really seeing the drag route start to come across the field, and he puts the ball pretty much on the money. And you got to make that play. You got to make those catches to get this offense in a rhythm, to stay ahead of schedule. Those are ones he doesn't drop very often.
He is denied. Cannot get to the first down marker, and it's fourth down coming. Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. It is perfect. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. To the air, it's Carr. Under fire. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try.
He lets one fly deep. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
They just have not been able to get this guy going. They've thrown it to him over and over again here in the first quarter, and QB and him just not able to link up. The defense knew that was where this guy was going to be looking, but these two, they've got to find a way to get on the same page.
And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. No return coming here. Fair catch is signaled for and made just shy of the 30. We've reached the end of the quarter, and NC State has the edge. And we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
Well, that's a great job getting the sack on the blitz there. And one thing Notre Dame has always seemed to pride themselves on defensively is hard-nosed, tough football, especially in the front seven. And linebackers that can play downhill, and not just make plays in the running game, but get in the backfield and blitz the quarterback. And you saw all of that from him right there.
Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for two out to the 26. The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on third down. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling. NC State to bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Let's see what he can do with it. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up his offense nicely. They'll start this drive from the 42. Out of the gun to give to the back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Got a little work done on first down. Now back to the line. Wants to throw. It's Carr. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. They make the stop after a pickup of 3 just inside the red zone at the 19.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
They'll run behind the big guys on the right. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Nice job by the defense. A lot of times offenses want time to mesh that RPO and read it. Nah, the defense got in there so fast, they didn't give him an option. Got the nice tackle for a loss, putting the offense in a real situation.
And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame! How about the renaissance of the tight ends? Inline, flexed out, split out. They can do a little bit of everything.
They really can, and they're asked to block a lot of the times, too. But I'll tell you what, all the wide receivers out wide, the fancy toys, the fancy spread, don't forget about that tight end. He does a little bit of everything, and then you reward the big fella throwing the ball, and he catches. So he really can do a little bit of everything in an offense.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll go to the ground. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I know, everyone's yelling, like, you didn't get the first down, we need more yards. But you think about it, nice short completion, sets up a 3rd down. And guess what? Nowadays, 4th down, green light. We're going to go for it anyways.
Scanning the field, it's Bailey. Got out of trouble and throws. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down. Looks as if NC State will have to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Makes the catch at the 35. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Oh, he wants it all. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Looking downfield on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Rodgers. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Now on second down. Looking to fire. Just a short pass to the tight end. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Under fire. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. It's second and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Back to pass. There's the pressure. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
Well, that's their third sack of the game, and we knew statistically coming into this game, this is one of the top 25 units in the nation getting after the quarterback. I just love how athletic they are up front, and they are giving this offensive line headaches and nightmares up to this point again.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
We'll give the defense credit there on 3rd down. It almost looked like they were expecting the screen. They gave up a few yards, but not enough for a first down. Now they've got a chance to get off the field.
Wolfpack will line up to punt it away. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Here come the Irish, back on offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah. Oh, he's got some space. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. One big play to get it up near midfield. Now they're in business at the 47. Snagged out of the air. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. The Irish come to the line facing 2nd and short. Back to throw, it's Carr. Going downfield for the big play. And it's caught inside the 15. Rustled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. The give to the back. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They're looking to get the edge for this one on the toss. Stop at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Notre Dame has it now, 1st and goal. They'll move the tight end. Wants to pass. Pressure coming. Nobody open. He just throws it away, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
And I really like that decision by this quarterback. Listen, you've got a lot of downs here. It's 1st and goal. You're in scoring position. If you don't feel comfortable, throw that ball away.
And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
You know, there are so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time. So get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week,
the ball squirts free. Well, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Line getting set on second down. Dropping back, it's Bailey. Here comes the heat. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up fourth down. Here's the return. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
And it should come as no surprise that we have ourselves a fun matchup in South Bend. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's send it back to the home of the Notre Dame Fighting Irish.
North Carolina State will kick it off to open the third quarter. On the move from inside is 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Off the play fake on first down. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Caught in the backfield, it's Fields. He works his way up to the 20-yard line and goes out of bounds there.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now. All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through, and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back, and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on the defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
Offense tries to go RPO and hand off to the running back, but how about the defense up front? They're just too stout. They're not getting moved anywhere, and they're able to make a big-time play.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play. This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another first down. Wide receiver going in motion. Quick touch pass to the receiver. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Notre Dame lines up quickly. Looking downfield, it's Carr. Caught behind the line, it's Price. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
The short hands, it's Love. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one. Notre Dame to the line with another first down. Pulls it and fires to the left. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. The Irish relying on the running game to give them this fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
That's a great job by the defense, but I don't think the quarterback made the right decision on that RPO. It looked as if the defense was expecting run. They had the box crowded. That's when the quarterback, I think, needs to hold on to and then throw downfield.
Got a man. It's locked. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. From 56 yards out, what a power leg. Never a doubt about that one.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on fourth down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off play action on first down. Fires to the big fella. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. NC State might think about going for a big one on second and short. The give on the option. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
Not at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
Dropping back, it's Bailey. Quickly complete. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that third down. The Wolfpack will have to bring the punt team onto the field. And these guys have been busy. Sixth punt of the day. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. You kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there.
Ready up. 29
Quarterback making checks. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Touchdown! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, Dave. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the route.
Catch in the middle, it's Anderson.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Looking to throw, it's Bailey. Oh, they're after him! And the defense makes a play. They get the quarterback down to the 26. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting to his position.
We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So the final period starts with a second down play. Wants to go up top. Keeps the play going. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
These are the perfect situations you love to be in. No passing situations. These are not where the offensive tackles want to be. And when you're on the edge and there's no threat of the run, pin your ears back, get the nice first down sack.
Caught over the middle. It's Grimes. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. Throws for the tight end. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. North Carolina State defining efficiency on this drive. They'll run it from the gun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw, it's Bailey. Working that left side now. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. This drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Rushes on him. Caught in the backfield. It's Smothers. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The Wolfpack with lots of ground to cover on third down. They'll send the back in motion. He wants to throw it. Grab behind the line. It's Smothers. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down. Offense, quick tempo. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, NC State!
Man, this guy is an elite tight end. This guy is a dude. He keeps making plays like this. We're going to start comparing him to Brock Bowers and Kyle Pitts. The run after the catch, the big body, the athletic ability. He has it all.
Here come the Irish back on offense. Boy, that last touchdown, the one play, quick strike, score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offense approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be third down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the second down misfire. Back to throw, it's Carr. Fires to the middle. Wide open downfield. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. On first and goal, Notre Dame will try to get it in the end zone. Sends it back in motion. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And they take it in for 6 more points. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. This drive will open from the 15. Wants to go up top on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Anderson. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
I know a lot of people don't like prevent yourself from winning, but when I'm up by 3 scores in the fourth quarter, I am not giving up a single big play. I'm letting you check it down, throw it in. I'm going to tackle you. I'm going to let that clock tick because I am up and that clock is running out.
They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to throw on first down. That's caught. It Smothers. At the 45 on his way. Ripping through the defense. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. NC State at the line with a 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Bailey. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. Back to pass.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man, doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
3rd and short from the 28. Let's see if this is 4-down territory or if they just pick up the first here. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Throws toward the end zone. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion.
I think after failing on the 4th down, guys, you look at the scoreboard, you look at how much time is left. I think they're going to lose this football game. This coaching staff is going to have to dig deep and try to find ways to get this team better next time they take the field.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Going up top. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. The defender was right there. So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Pocket breaking down. It's a big stride inside the 10. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point. And even in the 4th quarter with that lead, they are still taking shots. They are still being aggressive. Pedal to the metal.
Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Fitted in the window for the score. You see some confidence over there as they're closing in on a Week 7 win.
Salt into your wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. From the gun, running back gets to give. They stop him behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing late.
This one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Thank you.